Hey guys, galacticmarine501's Jackson Wolf XC here with my Skylanders collection poster in the background. I'll show you guys where I am now. I've got Spyro. I have, oh god, what's his name? Voodoo, Prison Break. I have Gil Grunt. I have Flameslinger, Boomer, Trigger Happy. I have, what's his name? Ghost Roaster and Chop Chop. I do not have any of the air ones, and I have Stealth Elf. So, yeah. Nowhere near done with those. I'm almost done with the game, though. Or at least I think I am. I'm about to go off and I've faced Chaos once. All of my Skylanders died in the process, though, because I have a few that I used much more than others, and so they're about levels 9 or 10, and some that are levels 2 or 3. One that's a level 1 or 2. He's a level 3 now, I think. But yeah, I digress. Today I'm going to be doing a review of a Star Wars The Clone Wars figure pack. I wish I had kept the original box. On Christmas Day, I broke this box open, specifically to look at one figure in it, which was this guy, the retail droid. Um, I think it's something along the lines of clones versus droids or something like that. But yeah, it came out a while ago when the packs with the dice and cards were first coming out. But yeah, you do get a die. It shows you what specialties you have. Um, I I could look at what they meant, but I don't care enough. You have bases for each figure for the game. Stupid figure game bases. And let's see, how many different types do you have? 2, 3, and up. So 3 different types of base. I don't know if a specific base goes with a specific character, but yeah, you do have different notches hollowed out in these bases. I've always wanted to take one of these bases and hollow out all 6 notches and just say, oh yeah, it's some super rare, like, extra edition base, and like maybe paint it black or something to make it look like it was, and just mess with somebody by being able to beat them every time in this game. But first I'd have to find somebody who actually gives a snot about the game features of these figures. Ooh. Not controversial at all, but I said it. Now, this guy has a backpack with a missile. I almost feel like shooting the missile off into the distance for the sake of this review, but I still have to clean my room, so I don't want to have this somewhere where I'm just like, what the heck is this? Yeah, I don't want to add any more random crap on the floor. But it does come with what I like when I see missiles, which is a dummy missile. I'm actually gonna make dummy missiles out of some of the missiles for the backpacks that didn't include missiles, like Denel's backpack. But yeah, the dummy missiles, they don't trigger the spring. They're small enough that they don't hit the spring at all, and they just stay in there and look show accurate. But yeah, so what did these? This set comes with one clone trooper with a jetpack and a beam what are these called? DC-15, DC something blaster rifle. I think blaster. I haven't gotten into Star Wars for a while. I just started watching it again. Should have only seen like 3 episodes of the new season. I saw the one with that jerk who started commanding Captain Rex when they needed Anakin back on Coruscant for something stupid. Um, then it also comes with another clone trooper with a long string. It's probably very hard to see that. But basically what it is a zipline handle another zipline handle, and a long string. Now, what I do like about this zipline handle is they did give it the feature that if you have one of those old blaster accessories that attaches to the guns, you can actually attach this to that, so the blaster can have the zipline attached to it, which is kind of cool. Um, but I'm not gonna lie, this thing is a piece of string with two pieces of plastic attached to it. The only legitimate thing I could see him doing with it is when this retail droid is standing up to his full height, just wrap it around like Luke Skywalker in the AT-AT, and then do something like that. But yeah, that would require a very lucky turn of events, because this guy has two guns on his hands, apparently. So it may not be guns, I don't know what they are, actually. I haven't seen these guys in the show at all. So, tell me, are they cool in the show? Tell me in the comments below if you're a fan of Star Wars The Clone Wars. Are the retail droids at all cool in the show? Do they do anything noteworthy? The real reason I wanted this set is both two more 212th clone troopers. Always good. The retail droid looked interesting, but there was one figure that really stood out for me. And I know you could have gotten this guy without all of the other three. I think he was released separately a while ago. But this guy, the battle droid, super battle droid. Now, he basically is just a super battle droid figure. Now, he does have guns on both of his hands. I wonder why we never see them doing this. Just shooting out of both. Oh, wait, don't they do this? Like, have one gun out, cock this one, then when they change to this one, have this one out? Like that? Isn't that how they do it? I don't know. But anyway, what I remember these guys from is that episode where, oh god, what's her name? Twi'lek Jedi. What's her face? Ayla Sakura. You see how long it's been since I got into Star Wars? When Ayla Sakura's ship was under attack, and they dropped a bunch of these guys out of a ship, and they all had these jetpacks. This guy has the jet thrusters in yellow instead of not painted on his back. They all had the jet thrusters on them for some stupid reason, but this guy just hasn't painted up. They didn't even modify the droid. They just added a thrust system into there instead of an exhaust system, I guess. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I like how they just did that minor variation. But they showed these droids from a different angle when they did that scene, so you think they're heavily modified. When actually they had these whole systems on the back with that flip thing there. They had that before, it just never got shown off because we never saw them from that angle. Most of the angles that we saw these droids from was this angle, just shooting. So they look completely like a globe up here, and then you realize that they've got this whole part to them that you never see. But it's cool to have sort of the jetpack battle droid, even though technically they all should be able to use a jetpack. But I digress. Also, lemon cookie! No. Yeah, I do have a box of Vera's lemon cookies from Maggiano's for some stupid reason. Um, yeah. Let's get into the most interesting, let's say interesting figure of this whole set. That would be the retail droid. No, apparently these guys are recon. I don't know. I've never seen them in the show. However, I do like the droid. I do like the figure. Specifically because he's got these really nice ball jointed arms, sort of. This guy is a really high quality figure. The only thing that you could do to make him better was give him joints in here and a joint here, but that would make it really hard to make him stand up because you'd have to line up 4 joints. Yeah, but he also has this crazy joint. that allows him to, if you pull the arm out of the way, rotate his whole body 90 degrees. Put both of his arms up in the air and he can rotate his body all the way around, like this. I don't know why that's amusing to me, but it is. I want to know, again, does this come into any play in the show? Or is that just there as a detail, and they just added that joint because they knew some kid who's easily amused like me would be like, and want to buy another set to get another one of these things, so I can dual wield and go, with two of them, when one of them inevitably breaks from me doing that. Yeah, if that was the only reason they added that joint, and that this is just like a detail in it, that's kind of low, but yeah. Oh, another thing, a few other things. Oh, you know, it looks like they originally had a joint down here as well, so maybe they could shift off to the sides and be basically three lines of people. Like, because usually when in old style warfare, soldiers would line up in lines. So if you could have a guy who could switch from one line to another quickly, then you could technically have one soldier instead of three at that point. But yeah, that would be cool. And they've got a rotator down here, apparently. So if you did all those joints, then this thing would be on the level with some Square NX Kais or Revoltex or some things. But they have all the joints molded in, you just don't get them. Just like the battle droids, for some reason. Oh yeah, and also this guy can get to some pretty tall heights for a guy so small. For a standard figure. Here they are, their feet are on the same level. Now you'd actually need the jetpack and the thing to take one of these guys down, it seems. Now I don't know what this can is made of up here. I thought they were just marketing like some pop can with a thing sticking out of it originally. That's what it looked like to me. And with this thing, it looks even more like a pop can. This guy's a pop can with some antennas and some arms and legs. Honestly, now I'm looking at it even more. It almost seems like this is the legitimately good way to have this guy. Like he should be straight up and down there, but that offsets his shoulders a bit. But you can sort of compensate for that. But I don't know. I've talked about this guy pretty endlessly for not knowing what he is. I also got another Rishi Outpost set. Now that's good for me because I really like commando droids. Hell, I love everything about Rookies. Rookies was the best episode of Star Wars Clone Wars, in my opinion. But I gotta say, for this set, and I got them both taped together, it was a Costco special. I gotta say, for this set, it's good. I'm not a huge 2/12 fan. It would be even better if I was. Um, but I do like Commander Cody. I do like his troops. However, he did get dwarfed by Captain Rex. He used to be my favorite commander, then the series came around and Captain Rex was so much better. And he was sort of reduced to being the follow the book like Obi-Wan type character. Yeah. Uh, yeah. But anyway, I digress. Another thing that I find cool that you can do with these battle droids is this type of thing. Meow. Just sort of these weird little articulation things that they have in there. For no reason because of the style joints that the battle droids legitimately have. You know what I would wonder? Like, if they made a battle droid that had a much faster process, a super battle droid that had a fast enough processor to keep up with a Jedi like Ahsoka. Because I think that's why these guys are ineffective, because their processors are too slow. If they made one that could keep up, could it go like this? Like if the Jedi snuck up behind it, could it go and then shoot it behind instead of having to spin around? Because that would be cool. Also, now that I look at it more, hang on. Is this guy actually brown? Seems like either a darker gray, either a gray or a brown. It looks brown in the viewfinder too. I think this guy is brown. I don't know, but he looks brown. I don't know. Okay. I guess it would fit because the retail droid's brown. This guy looks blue! This guy looks like he's blue. No. That was I was fooling there. You know what? I think I may have finally figured out what these clone troopers are trying to do with this long rope with two handles attached. Okay, you hold on. Okay, yeah, get the skateboard. Get the skateboard. I wish I had a tech board. That would be so funny. And then this guy just fly around on the jetpack, and then this guy be riding on his skateboard. It was like, oh my god, you need to slow down. There's a cliff, and then they fall off the cliff, and then this guy gets pulled down because the jetpack's not designed for two people. Yeah, that would be funny. No, it wouldn't. Then again, because this is a jetpack for one person, I think you would be able to do something like the RX-78-2 Gundam and just jump and be able to sustain the jump with two people's weight. I had a dream like that where I could jump. I couldn't fly, but I could jump and sustain flight using the jump for a while. But like this guy just jumps up, and then this guy gets pulled up too. And like they inevitably fall, but they can use that to somehow like jump onto the have this guy, the one without the jetpack, jump onto the front of this guy, because I just realized if he jumped onto the back he would get burnt by the jets. Jump onto this guy's face and then shoot him and then use him as like a hoverboard or something. I don't know. I'm just trying to justify this. Oh, I figured out what it is. It's so you can have clone figures as your fuzzy dice, or as a stylish necklace. Yeah, because this is something that I've always wanted to have. Clone troopers just hanging from my neck, and now I can. Then again, if you're a kid, that may not be such a bad thing. Be able to have two figures so that when you get into a store, you're like, Mommy, I'm bored! And your mom's just like, play with those things around your neck for 5 minutes. And then you're like, oh, wait, I have clone troopers. Yeah. I've been there. I've been there. Yeah, I remember actually, my mom had to do a lot of Christmas shopping. So what she did was she brought me into KB Toys before she got into her Christmas shopping errands. She's like, "Okay, you are going to pick out a Star Wars battle pack here that has more than two figures, and you are going to like it." And I'm like, "Okay." I actually didn't end up with Star Wars because I milked it for what it was worth and got like 10 Gundam figures. The point. Yes, I was into Gundam all the way back then. And I know this is unsanitary, but I did just unbox these, but I'm using the lid from my cookies as a thing. Hey, they're my cookies. My hands touch the cookies before they go into my mouth anyway. By the way, thanks to Alexia Ronan. She sent me these. She gave me these cookies. Apparently their house was catered. They had a caterer. They had Maggiano's as a caterer. And instead of just bringing by the 2 boxes of lemon cookies that they wanted, which they thought there were 6 in each box, like a plate, they're 24 in each box. So she gave me a box of 24 cookies, and it's like, here, you like these cookies? Go be a fat ass and eat them. I'm like, thank you. Thank you. I didn't feel bad enough about my weight. Now I have to have my ex tell me I'm fat. But anyway, thanks to Alexia Ronan for these cookies. Nonetheless, even though she called me a fat ass upon giving them to me. Mean. But anyway, yeah. What am I rambling about now? Let's see. What is next for this review channel? I said it was the Scorpion. Maybe the Scorpion and maybe Battle of Rishi set. I may compare the new one because this is the revise. The Battle of Rishi set revise. Or they didn't revise any of the figures. Maybe the Clone Trooper's helmet comes off. I didn't take him out of the package yet. I did take out the commando droids to look at them compared to my old ones. But, yeah. what they did was they gave you the cards. It sort of reminds me of the revise of the Power Rangers origami swords, or samurai artillery, I guess they call them in America. I don't know. I've seen Sentai Gokaiger instead of Power Rangers Samurai, which is the same. It's the same thing except Japanese. And in case you guys don't know, Sentai Gokaiger is really a decent show. Power Rangers Samurai is not that good. You guys will have to notice that the Megazord battles are a little better than the human battles typically in Power Rangers. For the simple reason that the Megazord stuff is Japanese. Like, the Power Rangers standing in the cockpits are not Japanese. However, all of the film from the Megazord battles is Japanese. And the costumes are all Japanese. And a lot of the footage is actually Japanese. They just repurpose it for the US use. A lot of the enemies, though, well, I say enemies, the only one that had a lot of original US footage is, Jungle Fury. That's what it was. The reason being, the Kung Fu Masters, like there was Master Elephant, Master Fant, the Penguin chick, the guy that was a bat, the guy that had a bat issue. I don't remember. And was blind. Yeah. I can't remember the other ones. But anyway, they were all American actors because they switched actors. So that was the only one that had an incredible lot of original footage. However, you do notice that even in that show, when the Megazord is battling, what's his face at the end, the lion thing, after Jared had split from it, at that point, the Masters were never shown in the same frame as the Megazord. Originally, you could see there was a scene where the Masters were behind it and like sending their power to the Megazord or something. I don't know, so it could beat the lion. But yeah. Well, yeah, and in the Japanese version, I don't believe the Wolf Ranger was as backdoor as this one was. And when I say backdoor, I mean I don't think he took as backdoor routes as to train them as this guy did. So, yeah. Somehow I got from Skylanders to Star Wars to Power Rangers in this video. I have no idea. Hey, multiple age generation involvement. Let's get as many subscribers as we can with this one video. Yeah, this has been galacticmarine501's /JacksonWolfXCL. I'll see you guys at the next review.